think you started out yesterday with quite a long rein with both hands on the reins, but let's try this today.
Okay.
A little neck rein to
We're going to
turn.
enjoy that work.
When he's responding, leave him alone. Turn, 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 turn. Inward, inward. Look at me. Inward. So, look backward. Inward to the turn. Okay, backward. Say look this way. Put the elbow. Inward to say turn here. Not backward. Inward.
Okay, I was trying to get into the
Okay, good. If you need to go inward, backward, then you may do that as well. But make up your mind not to turn him with the look this way aid. Look this way is completely separate from turn here. Inward, backward if you want to have him looking in and turning. Inward, backward if you want both at the same time. If he is cutting in, you may briefly feel both reins and move him off your inside leg. Okay, so if he is cutting in too much, you may pick up both reins and move him a little off your inside leg and then leave him alone again. Go back to the buckle work. As you see, he is a terrible tourist, just terrible. Okay? Just not for 1 second does he keep his mind on the work. I think you know what I'm trying to say. If you have your mind on the work and you know how to ask him to look this way, then he is going to be just happy that you know what you're doing. But if you don't have your mind on the work, then he says, okay, I'll have my mind on things that I like. Good, very nicely done, good for you. And after 4 or 5, 6 rounds, feel free, you can change the rein, come back to the same circle. Just, for the next little while, meaning for a few days, Use the same circle for a few days so that we aren't unnecessarily having him being a tourist. Okay, so a little turn, or look this way. Okay. You're doing better about just sitting there and occasionally asking for a longer stride, not a faster one. More fluid and longer. We don't want faster or more hectic. That's looking a lot better. It's looking much, much better. Very good. Feel free to change the rein, please. So then, in this case, you would take once you've turned them around, you can take your reins in your left hand and have your stick in the right hand so that it's out of your way. Turn. With the elbow to say, look this way, and neck reining to say, turn here, please. Good boy. 3.5 inches is a magic number that helps us to be able to do either one without having to change the location of your hand on the reins. And be sure that in between your aids you push your hand forward and leave them alone. I would use minimal seat leg aids during this work. Just let the rein guidance do the job. Especially, this is of course a very rudimentary exercise, but a very important one. I use minimal seat and legs when I start with horses. And gradually I end up with more and more seat and leg and less rein influence. This has nothing to do, incidentally, with getting their head down or so. I'm just talking about guidance and about bend, about look this way. Yes, be sure that he says yes. Don't ask him for something and then he kind of says yes. No, he needs to say yes. And it's up to you to show him to say yes. Nice loopy rein. That's correct. Thank you. This way, this way, this way, this way. That's correct. Repeat as necessary. Okay? So you've got to be quick on the draw without being snatchy. Anytime you need to aid him, do so from within a contact. Don't go from a non-contact, bang, okay, take a contact, then aid him, then leave him alone. That was better, good. At last aid, yes, repeat. Don't say, oh, well, he is so good. No, you be sure he says yes. And you be consistent about this, okay? In time, he will be going around on his own without being rubbernecking. Nature cannot resist our quiet, patient, consistent discipline. That is why we must persist with this. And don't you give it up. Do not hold him. Correct him, leave him alone. Don't hold him. Thank you. Trust him. Adjust him and trust him. Be sure you help him to say yes. You're way too fuzzy about that. You're sort ofing instead of having a real yes. Good. Even there. Hello. Hello. Thank you. Be sure he says yes. It's way too almost yes.